Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. I am hot and sweaty. I have been scurrying around like crazy trying to get going here. And it's almost noon. And I think probably that's why I've been kind of scurrying, because I know that I want to do something model related. But here's what's happened. I went and I got myself a different helmet. And I'll model it for you sometime, but right now I don't want to slither it on over my head. Or slither my head into it, let's put it that way. And the reason being is I wanted something that was just a little bit more open, that I could wear my ordinary bike goggles with. Now granted, I know I'm not going to have the protection if a big June beetle or something flies up and whacks me in the face. I know that. But it feels more open. Now the helmet, yesterday I went out to Birds Hill, the little town of Birds Hill, and what I noticed was that I had a false sense of security when I had that other helmet on. I was so closed in that I almost felt like I was playing a video game, that this just wasn't real. And anyway, so I went out and to the motorcycle place this morning, and I saw Tegan there, who was very helpful again. And now here's what's kind of interesting. On the way out, I noticed that the traffic coming in the opposite direction to me was really badly held up. I could see it way ahead. And I thought, oh, I wonder what's happened there. And then I got a little closer, and I could see that there was a semi-truck with its hood over, and I thought, oh, he's broke down, and right in the middle of everything. And then I go a little further, and I see several police cars with their lights flashing, and then I noticed that it looks like they're putting up, tape, like there's been an accident, but I couldn't see anything. I was looking for another car that was all crumpled in one end or the other, or maybe all over, and no, didn't see anything. But coming back, I saw it. I'm hoping my dash cam caught it. I haven't edited out my dash cam yet, so I don't know. So if it caught it, I'll probably be dubbing it in right now, because I don't want to waste too much time here talking. Anyway, it turns out it was a motorcycle. And I'm thinking, I just bought a motorcycle helmet, and here's some poor guy. Might have, he might be playing a harp right now. Yeah, that's sure too bad. Anyway, that's the way my morning's gone. And now, model ship related. I was watching Jim Steen working on his hood this morning. He just put up a little update about what he's doing. He built himself a cradle to put the ship in, kind of like the way I do it, only he did it a lot nicer. Anyway, what he did was he took these things, and I recognized it right away. I thought, hey, I've got one of those. And what he did was he hollowed it out, and when you stand it up on its edge, it makes a perfect whatever for the hull of his hood. And I was thinking, I gotta remember that. Anyway, okay. So we did talk something about the model ship. Lost another viewer yesterday. He sent me an email. He said, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Or something to that effect. He wasn't happy with the way things were going here. So that's too bad. I understand. I really understand. So yeah. So Trone, if you're listening, hey, all the best to you, my friend. All the best to you. And thanks for all the comments that you did provide that were helpful. Okay. Now, let's just push stop here, and I don't have anything to talk about. Sunrise was different. I'll put it at the end of today's episode. It's a little bit long. I put music to it. And maybe that's one reason I got a bit behind. I did all that before I went and got the helmet. I'm glad I went to Birds Hill yesterday, because I think it's going to rain this afternoon about the time I'm going to want to get out. So I know the sun is kind of coming out there. A lot of smoke in the air. In fact, we had an advisory for people that have breathing problems. So I guess maybe that what I'm seeing out there is not necessarily haze. It's smoke. Well, I guess smoke is haze, isn't it? Okay, let's try and get going here. I was going to slip the macro lens on, and we'll take a close look at our ladder. And also, I'd like to look at that fret that I don't know what happened. It's this one here, I think. And the paint just beaded up on it, sort of like water on a freshly waxed car. Must have been oil or something on the fret. Okay, we'll take a close look at that, and then we'll see if we can nip some of these railings and get them bent into shape. And they got to be stuck on. Where's my manual? I got to clean up more here. Give me a moment. Okay, we got our macro lens on, obviously. And I was talking about how the paint was beading. Now I was noticing it's pretty much only on this particular sheet. The other ones seem to be okay. And right here in the center is the worst spot. So it may not have been a fault of the paint. It could be that maybe there was a real bad fingerprint there or something. Okay, let's get our ladders in place now. Oh, I'll show you one more fret here. Something I want to show you. Remember I was saying it was sort of spitting out chunks? Well, there's a chunk. And there are others. But this one, the railing sort of caught it. But it was spitting out a lot of that kind of stuff. And one of the viewers commented and said that he had heard, or his experience was, that stynylrez will congeal if you thin it with isopropyl. And it seems to me I did try to thin it with isopropyl, or maybe it was the Tamiya X20. That might have been a mistake too. So we can't completely blame the stynylrez here. Okay, let's get our ladders in place. Okay, this is about the best I can do for the ladders. And you remember in yesterday's episode I had said that I had thrown out that bottle of stynylrez. Well, I'm wondering if I maybe should be pulling it back out of the garbage, because I might be able to use it to brush on places where the tweezer is hanging onto the ladder. And obviously we're going to have bare photo etch glinting there. I think they covered, pretty good here. I don't think I'm going to have to do too much touching up. Anyway, our ladders are done. Now I have wet my whistle, and I try not to whistle when I speak, but just one of those things when you get older, you start whistling. Okay, 44 here, step 44, moving from left to right. I'm noticing that we sort of run into the baskets here kind of first. So why don't we just get our 6 baskets on? We have to put them on both sides. So we need 4 of the large ones and 1 of the smaller ones. Now it seems to me that when I put them on in step, we had to put some on in step 30 or 43. I made a mistake, and I think I got 2 of them mixed up, but I don't think anybody's going to notice. So all right, let's recompose here. I guess we're going to have to get our main part back on the deck, on the model table, and all this stuff that looks like it's coming off of the E sprue, or C sprue, which is right here, and there's 2 of them. So okay, enough chatter. Let's get this thing. Now, one of the viewers in a comment, about a week, maybe 10 days ago, said where they thought this ladder came off of, and I forgot what he said. He said it had something to do with a funnel. So I should check the other side of this funnel here and see, is there a little short ladder somewhere? If I remember, I'll do that. However, we're working on the baskets now. And, in the last scene, I had meant to zoom in a little bit on the manual. It wouldn't have been very much, but I would have brought it in a little closer like that. And right now we have to put one of the smaller baskets, which is like this, and it has to go. Let me move this out of the way here. I'm just going to just put this down before I break it here. It actually goes. I want to leave this on because it's protecting the radar unit that we made here, and just as sure as can be, I'm going to break it off. Anyway, it's got to go right on the side right there. Now, if you remember the last time I put baskets on, I concluded that laying the module on its side worked the best. So I'm going to have to recompose here again. I should have thought of that. Okay, it's laying on its side, but this is sloping down, so I might have a problem with it wanting to slide off this way. Either that or I might have a problem hanging on to it. Yep. We are going to have to recompose. Okay, let's just do a dry run. Let's pretend that I've put a little tiny bit of CA thick on this rib, and this rib, because I think that's where this is supposed to go. Now, can I I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep dropping it. I know. My problem is I'm afraid to squeeze on it because it is so fragile. Okay. Oh, Ron. Come on. Maybe I should get a different pair of tweezers. Although these are the best ones. Okay, there, something like that. Now let's get some CA thick and see if we can get it on there. And I think then it will stay, because that's where it's supposed to go, near as I can tell. Just pretty much exactly like that. What if it's better if I was to use my fingers? No, I don't think so. I just can't quite get my big fingers in there. Okay, where's my CA thick? It's like trying to handle an insect without hurting it. Okay, now let's not drop this. Now we're just doing a dry run here. There's 3 ribs here. This one, and this one. Actually, there's 4, but I don't think we're supposed to use that one. And the idea is it's supposed to go on something like this. Now, if I was to put a little bit of CA thick on those ribs, just a little bit, then for sure it's going to stay there. Let me move in a bit. I don't want to forget to to zoom in. Yeah, okay. Let's find our CA thick here. Now, careful with our insect. Now, I don't know if I told you or not, but remember I'd lost this little needle thing? I found it. I don't need to worry about this curing on me. Let's try not to put too much on. It's going to be hidden in behind. I suppose I should have the macro lens on, right? should be good. Now, get Tony's tweezers here. I haven't heard from our friend 6 Airbrush Tony for a while. I'm going to try and get that just a little bit more that way. I think that's pretty good. All right. Now I have to be very careful not to catch anything on that because it'll easily be pulled off. Okay, we'll just leave that for a while. Now the other two, they go in places also on this side, just a little bit further more this way. So let's grab our manual and see exactly where they go, and they should be easier because I think they go on a very level plane. Okay, I was wrong. It actually goes right underneath this splinter or this gun tub, something like this. And yeah, something like that. Just let me check the manual again. That's kind of an odd place for it. The reason I'm saying it's an odd place for it, because if it was there, how would you get the flotation thingies out of it? Unless the idea was if the ship capsized, they would automatically dump out. I suppose. Okay, well, that's where the manual says. Let me double check the manual here. Yeah, that's where it shows it goes. Okay, let's get some CA thick against the wall there, I guess. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Too many containers here. Okay. Now, I don't think we need to worry about it running. And I don't think we need to worry about it showing through either. It's going to be basically covered over by the basket. Can't talk and work at the same time. Okay, let's see if we can get that to stick there. Probably getting in the light here, but the auto ISO should take care of that. Okay, release, release, release. Well, according to the manual, that's where it's supposed to go, unless I've made a mistake here. Okay, don't poke at it anymore. Now, I'm going to end up losing this little ladder. When I turn the module on its side, this is where the little ladder fell. So let's just put that in one of those tins. All right, and our basket actually goes right underneath that swing out derrick. It's a very small little, this thing that I was touching right now, it's a very small little derrick that is supposed to swing out from the superstructure, and I guess it's probably to help raise or lower something. At least that's what I understood it to be. I'm wondering if maybe I should move this wire here. Can I move this over just a little bit here to another hole? Then I can get my hands in there just a little bit better. Run. Okay, push stop. Okay, we got it. Now here again, it's a case of something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because if the basket is there, how are you going to use that derrick? Unless it was supposed to fit on the deck. Let me check the manual. Maybe it was supposed to go down on the deck. Well, I wonder if I can sort of smear it down there now. Well, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay, we can repaint there, right? It is 2:28 in the afternoon. A little later than I'd like to be right now. And here's the plan. First of all, I told you I'd model it for you. Okay? I'm going to wait until the CA thick cures, because if I flip this over to do the other side, they'll probably fall off. But maybe I'll put a little bit of curing agent on. But that's going to happen later, probably off camera. Guarantee you off camera, because I'll be doing it later. I'm going to call it quits for this afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.